never long enough, and this one was no exception, but the weekend is indeed over. And now our sights are set on another that's going to differ quite a bit weather-wise. Thank you all for joining us and sitting down to spend some time with us on this Monday, the 9th day of September, where the heat and humidity have continued to build, but they're on their way out of here. And in fact, looking down the road, I've got daytime highs for you in the low 70s and nighttime lows, which right now look to be right around the upper 40, very low 50-degree range on a couple of nights. We've got some more heat and some storms to get through before we get to a cold front that's going to really change things up. We'll talk more about that in just a few seconds. We've got a winner amongst us. A winning ticket sold in Saturday night's drawing of the Powerball here in Salyersville. No, not for multi-millions of dollars, but I'd like to have it in my pocket right about now. I'll tell you what I know at this hour. A couple of serious auto accidents since I saw you last. One very serious, requiring medical transport via helicopter, and we'll crunch some numbers via high school football. Got some highlights, some stats. Well, I can't say highlights. I've got some stats and some numbers to throw at you, and some schedules for the rest of this week as elementary football kicks off tomorrow night, literally here in McGoffin County for the second year since its return to our grade schools. It's going to be an exciting fall for a whole lot of reasons. We'll get to all that and much more in the next half hour, at least what's left of it. Well, just heartbreaking. I mean, it was one of the 20 largest gifts ever in the history to a college, to one of the smallest Kentucky colleges, and now it's all gone. $250 million that was promised to Center College is no more. They said they just couldn't make it happen. Center College has issued an official press release saying that the gift from the A. Eugene Brockman Charitable Trust Fund was linked to how they're referring to it as a significant capital market event. Now, they didn't go on with any further explanation at this hour, but just said that the entire deal was putting a considerable amount of time and pressure on the institution to structure the gift and the proposed scholarship program. So the college has very heartily had to say, I'm sure, that the two sides ultimately decided that they could not finalize the deal and get the required approval in the time available. The statement didn't go any further as to what's going to happen from here, but just that the deal is no longer. Meanwhile, President John Rouse did say the college will continue to pursue creating the type of scholarship programs that they have envisioned with the gift. They'll just have to look elsewhere for the support. It's been slated for use by students majoring in natural sciences, computational sciences, as well as economics. It was a donation. It was all stock, $250 million, and it was going to be one of the 20 biggest ever to a United States university or college. But sadly, it's fallen through at the last moment. In what looks like the last step before it becomes official, the State Executive Branch Ethics Commission has approved an agreement with Richie Farmer over ethics charges levied against him. An agreement on government corruption charges pending in state and federal court has been reached. It will absolve all of those. Farmer, of course, the UK-Kentucky basketball player from the Unforgettables, is now facing some 21 to an estimated 27 months in prison under the plea deal that was announced this past Thursday. Now, on Thursday, we told you that his trial date was set to begin on October the 22nd. However, with this new revelation, he is to be sentenced on Friday of this week, from what we understand. He served as the state's agriculture commissioner from 2004 through 2011, and he was facing 10 years in prison before the plea deal. Well, as I said earlier, there's a winner amongst us. It's Monday. You got that going against us already. What would you do with an extra 10 grand? Pay some bills, dream about taking a vacation when actually you would like me to have to pay some bills? Well, someone's got just that problem this evening, as a Powerball ticket worth $10K was sold at a local Sagersville business for the Saturday night drawing. Get those tickets out and check them, especially if you purchased one from the Fast Lane Discount Tobacco Mart on Route 114. The winning numbers are plastered across the bottom of your screen. I went up to the Fast Lane Tobacco store today to get a little interview and find out more. Well, not one to be had at this point because even the store hadn't been notified as of yet. But I did speak with a spokesperson from the Kentucky Lottery who did confirm that there were 3 $10,000 tickets in various parts of the state from Saturday night's drawing, and one was sold from right here in Sagersville. Fast Lane Discount Tobacco had a ticket that matched 4 of the 5 draw numbers plus the Powerball, and that means that without the Power Play option, which wasn't purchased, it's worth a cool 10 grand. So that means one person beat the odds of 1 out of every 648,976, because that's the odds of having that particular winning ticket. So we'll be checking in with Fast Lane Tobacco tomorrow. Meanwhile, the Powerball jackpot rolls on over to $245 million. But meanwhile, someone here in the area, or maybe someone passing through, is holding $10,000 in lieu of a ticket that matched 4 numbers plus the Powerball. And that is literally all we know at this hour. Hopefully we'll find out more, maybe get someone to share a little information with us on tomorrow night's program. Now, in the nearly 15 years that I've been behind this desk, there have been numerous reports that we have done about some winning lottery tickets and lucky winners over the course of that time period. Either recalling the most recent, which was a local person who was coming home from work and purchased his ticket, a scratch-off worth $500,000 just a few years ago. I know that some local establishments won the Mighty Mart, as we most commonly refer to it on the Parkway, which sold, I can remember, a couple of winners in just a few weeks' time, back-to-back, one worth around 130,000, was it? One worth 10,000 shortly thereafter. I can recall some other winners years ago, 10 to 40,000, and I think most all of those on scratch-off tickets. This is the first that I'm aware of that's come from a draw game. Very well may not be the first, just the first to my knowledge. Nevertheless, we hope to know more on tomorrow's program. And wish good luck to whoever has that ticket and hope they find it and realize that they do. With that said, we'll take you just a bit back to Founders Day and the Lifetime Achievement Award presentation that was bestowed on a McGoffin County man for his efforts in restoring a historic structure. Stay tuned.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. Which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
They just keep coming. New and incredible flavors of your favorite ice cream treat. And now they've done it again with the choco-covered cheesecake blizzard at your Sayersville Dairy Queen. Creamy cheesecake pieces, rich cocoa fudge, decadent choco chunks, and creamy vanilla soft serve make your new blizzard of the month. And if that's not enough, just for September, buy one blizzard, get another for just 99 cents. That's right, 99 cents at your Sayersville DQ.
Hi, I'm Don McFarland. I want to be your family lawyer. If you've been injured on the job, if you're interested in getting your Social Security disability or SSI benefits, or if you've been injured because of someone else's negligence, or basically, if a car wreck has caused you to suffer pain, then pick up the phone and call Donald Wayne, 349-9000.
Faster, friendlier, family-owned Parkway Pharmacy, open 8:30 till 6:30 Monday through Friday in the new McGoffin Medical Plaza under the care of local pharmacist Jesse Rudd. To make Parkway Pharmacy your pharmacy, come by or give us a call at 349-4400. This next report is a follow-up from one we did just a couple of months ago when I went down and interviewed David Patrick as he was finishing up renovation on the Sayersville National Bank building that was donated to the Sayersville Renaissance, originally constructed back in the early 1900s. We spoke with Patrick, took you on a tour, and spoke with some individuals just about what they thought about how wonderful the facility was and what it was going to mean to Sayersville, McGoffin County residents in the future. Well, tonight we'll go back to this past Saturday's Founders Day celebration, where on Saturday afternoon the Renaissance Committee here in Sayersville recognized Patrick with the Lifetime Achievement Award for his efforts and dedication in renovating that building.
It was a labor of love, and we so appreciate David because, you know, we knew that with the family ties, especially, this is kind of, you know, a labor of love here for his wife's family to get it back into some semblance of beauty that it once had. And it is absolutely gorgeous. There is a little closet upstairs. We want you to be sure that you not leave without looking in that little closet. If you don't know where it is, ask for a short ticket. It's on the back side, about midway down. He left a door there where you could look in and see what it looked like when he first started working.
Oh, that was good.
That was the good part there, okay. But anyway, it would have frightened off most anybody else. But those of us who had seen any of David's work prior to him starting to work here knew that he was who we wanted. He is a perfectionist. I mean, when it's done, you know it's going to be done well. And we were just so lucky to be able to get him.
And to David Patrick for your superior craftsmanship, loving dedication, and untiring efforts to ensure the successful rehabilitation of the Sayersville Renaissance Building, 100 West Maple Street, Sayersville, Kentucky, the former Sayersville Bank Building, 2004-2012. Your service and commitment inspires us. Good luck, Henry.
I said everybody don't want to eat and go home.
Talking about the first committee that was here with Charlotte and I guess Sue Mortimer and them, but they came to me wanting me to do this in here. The old building was so wet, the floors had water in it, and a lot of changes that occurred. And one of the things that got me wanting to do it was just to preserve the old buildings in town. We turned down so many things that needs to be kept, and I just it was easy to do in a sense because of the people I worked with here. You know, a lot of times you have to wait for people to decide what we want to do here, what we want to do there, and this committee, the Renaissance, all the ladies and Jeff, all I had to do was go to them and say, we need to decide this real quick. And they did exactly what should have been done. So.
The other aspect of this project is the fact that, if memory serves me correct, this last phase, the upstairs, was done with grant monies of about $50,000. Now, that's labor and materials, and it's a lot of materials. And there is no way for me to have an exact figure or figures in front of me, but I can tell you this. The amount of equity, if you want to use that word, now in this structure, it's worth monetarily, not just to what its service will be to this community, is so much more than what has been put into it thanks to the hard work of Mr. Patrick and others. The time and effort, and as he stated, he had a personal interest in just seeing this building saved and revitalized, and dedication and craftsmanship put forth by David Patrick has made this building something that it couldn't have been made otherwise. A restoration company who may have come in and done the same grade of work, or more than likely less, to be perfectly honest, the cost of that project would have been, and I don't have a figure for that either, but I've done some restoration projects in my time to know that it is something that there is just no way that the Sayersville Renaissance or the city of Sayersville could have ever afforded. And that's what sometimes escapes the whole story. In this situation, it was a relatively meager amount of money compared to all the work and all of the fruits of this labor which was done. And that is something that will be cherished, and I hope to be used a great deal by residents of Sayersville, Montgomery County in the future for many years to come, as was the intentions of the Sayersville Renaissance Committee and the hopes of David Patrick himself. Now, it was a bright day on the day that we filmed this, and all those big, gorgeous windows out front and on the sides make it hard to film inside. So I hope you were here when we did this interview with David and some others the first time we talked about the asset of this building, just as he had completed it. If not, Jency Bailey, Sayersville Renaissance Manager, is in there in the afternoons. If you'd like to take a tour, I'm sure she would love to show you. As for what it's going to be used for in the future, something in maybe the arts, humanities, or local civic. Now, from here, let's turn over to tonight's community calendar for this Monday, September 9th. It's brought to you, as always, by McGoffin Farm Bureau. And it starts with a birthday wish to Gloria Louise Caldwell, who, according to her sister, is 40 today. Happy 40th to Gloria Caldwell. From a whole lot of family, a whole lot of friends, happy birthday to you. On to calendar announcements. The Montgomery County Teen Coalition has a quarterly meeting set for this Thursday. Meeting time is set for 3 o'clock. It's set to take place in the Montgomery County Health Department's community room. And everyone, all the public, is invited to attend. That's this Thursday at 3. And the Montgomery County Board for Kentucky ASAP is having their quarterly meeting. It's 1 week from today on the 16th. Mark it down. I'll remind you in a few days. 6 o'clock also to be held at the Magoffin County Health Department. And they have a homecoming, the 30th annual homecoming and old-fashioned day at the Sayersville Pentecostal Church of Christ on East Maple Street, just above the newsroom here. They've got several days planned starting on September the 18th, so put it on your calendar. Brother Doug Auksher is preaching, special singing. It starts nightly at 7, the 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. That starts Wednesday of next week, mind you. And the 22nd will be homecoming and old-fashioned day with services starting at 11 that morning. I'll be reminding you as it gets a bit closer. And I've got time right now to remind you that if you've got calendar announcements, mail them to Post Office Box 1443, care of Your News Today in Sagersville, 41465. Our phone is 349-3699. Be sure and spell out any birthday or anniversary names that might be included in the message in case of a bad connection or multiple spellings with names. Our fax number is 349-3221. Your News Today at yahoo.com. I'm on Facebook at Ritter Mortimer. That will get it there, as well as just bring it by the newsroom. I have one local funeral service announcement this Monday, September the 9th. It comes from our friends at the Magoffin County Funeral Home, and it is a listing for Modi Saylor at the age of 84, who passed away last week of Sayersville. Services were held earlier today in her honor. She was preceded in death by her husband, Harrison Saylor, and she survived by sons Ralph, Silas, Elmer Ray, and Daryl Dallas Saylor, and daughters Evelyn Hicks, Alma Jackson, Lisa Wallen, Bonnie Howard, and Thelma Gasparri. Once again, services held earlier today in Sayersville for 84-year-old Modi Saylor. Before you call anyone else, call Asphalt Paving Company, APC, for a list of local and area paving jobs that they've done and still look great after 15 or 20 years, and for an estimate on your blacktopping project. Driveways, parking lots, residential or commercial. APC has a 10-year guarantee, decades of experience, and a reputation for using the best materials to pave, resurface, seal, or stripe your property. APC, 859-983-6433. Sayersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce the newest members of our family, Administrator Lane Jones and our full-time chaplain Mark Campbell and volunteer Richard Green, new faces with the same sincere desire as these, to assist you and your family with short-term rehabilitation solutions or long-term nursing care needs, close to home and those that you love. Sayersville Nursing and Rehabilitation.
That's real. I reckon I'll take my pig back.
Ain't your pig.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is, and I can prove it. Ma, I just sent a picture of our missing pig. Tell everybody it's time to start feuding.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I guess ain't gonna be no feud. Real nice picture, though.
We'll put it on Instagram.
Appalachian Wireless is 4G. Great pictures, video, text, and talk. Bigger savings, better service. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Stop by to see how, with a guaranteed trade-in, you can drive off in this gorgeous 2011 Hyundai Sonata for $17,950 or $299 a month, or how to drive off with a little soul for $12,950 or $235 a month, or how to drive off with a lot of style in this Dodge Ram Daytona at $15,950, all at Premier Motors in Paintsville. Any way you look at it, football is in full swing from the elementary, high school, college, or professional level. Fans are getting about all they can stand. It's only going to get worse from here. With that said, elementary football kicks off in Magoffin County tomorrow night, the second year after being revived last year after a long hiatus. High school football, though, is well into high gear. The third week for most teams now under their belt. I've got scores and some stats for you tonight as we look ahead to this Friday night's contest. As for Magoffin County and their Hornets under head coach Scotty McCoy, Another win. They've had 2 wins, 1 loss this season. Both wins coming by a score of 48-8. The most recent was on the road, Allen Central, this past Friday night. So the boys from McGoffin County at 2-1, 0-1 in district play, and at home this Friday night, they're hosting ESTILL County this Friday. Kickoff set for 7:30. We've got a few stats for you from the game. And on the offensive side of the ball, Matt Patton rushing 11 times for a total of 120 yards, 1 touchdown. Clay Elam, 16 rushes, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Ryan Jenkins highlighting your offensive play, 4 rushes, 32 yards, and 1 touchdown. That means collectively that they, as well as other players, had a total of 35 rushes and 291 yards on the offensive side of the ball and 4 touchdowns. Also, quarterback Ryan Jenkins passed for 130 yards during the contest. On the defensive side of the ball, leading the team, Gareth Gray, number 45, tackles a total of 9 with assisted tackles. Clay Elam, 3 tackles, a total of 7, and Cody Mullins, 3 with a total of 6. As for the team and whole, members had 24 individually, and assisted tackles puts them at a total of 62 for the contest. Once again, your McGoffin County Hornets are at home, one of only 4 home games remaining. That's right, 1 of 4, and that's this Friday night, 7:30, as they host ESTILL County. Now, looking elsewhere around the area, and Tiger football, a loss to Pikeville. In Class 1A football, Paintsville Tigers now 2-1. District, they're even at 1-1, and they're hosting, they're at Shelby Valley this Friday night. They're at Shelby Valley on the road this Friday night. In Golden Eagle football, under head coach Jim Matney, a big win over at Noblesville, Indiana. That's 72-28. That's what they posted. They're 2-0 after 2 big wins to out-of-area teams. The first 67-7 over Holy Trinity of Ontario, Canada. So Johnson Central Golden Eagles at 2-0, and they're at home, and they're hosting Perry County Central this Friday night. Kickoff set for 7:30. And in Morgan County with Cougar football, a win 34-7 over Leslie County this past Friday night. That was at home for the Cougars. That puts them on the road this coming Friday night at West Carter. Morgan County right now, after a big season last year and the year prior, 2-1 in the early season as far as their season record, 1-0 in district play, and we'll get to regional play a little later on down the schedule for everyone. But a win over Leslie County, 34-7, and they're at home. They're at West Carter this Friday night. I still have a couple of reports on auto accidents, one very serious in nature since I saw you last, and I've got that video forthcoming. So while I'm waiting for that, let's go on over to tonight's weather forecast and do things a little bit out of order for a change. Did you notice the first of this week didn't quite feel like the end of last? 89 degrees is what I clocked here at the newsroom today, and humidity levels back up in the low 40 percentile, around 43, 44%, which means it felt just like around 90, 91 degrees in the heat of the afternoon. Oh, but there's some cool stuff coming, and this could really be the beginning of fall around the corner. I'll slowly build up in your forecast, powered by Licking Valley RECC. There's a cold front coming, just not real soon as far as the forecast period. Tonight, low of 67 under partly cloudy skies after a really hot but nice day. Nice way to start off the week, but a little hot, a little humid. Oh, that trend continues into your Tuesday. We've got some isolated showers and thunderstorms possible after, say, 11 o'clock in the morning. We're going to be back up into the mid and upper 80s, 87 right now expected on our radar, 68 for the low. We'll see a chance of showers right now in the afternoon. Those isolated showers that are possible, but not a great chance at 20%. And I expect that really not to be for many folks. Few might actually get in on some, but for most everyone else, just a lot of heat and humidity continuing into your Tuesday. More mostly sunny skies above on your Wednesday, and more temperatures and humidity levels staying pretty much pat. 87, and humidity should be right around 44, 45% again on your Wednesday, a low of 69. It's going to be hot and humid. It will also bring about a 30% chance of some showers and thunderstorms once again, those being in the afternoon, say after 1 o'clock or so. A similar scenario from Tuesday and into your Wednesday. Thursday looks to be the rainy day of the week. I don't want to say showers and thunderstorms quite likely, mainly after 3 o'clock looks to be the window on your Thursday. A cold front cometh, and it's a good one. We'll see highs due to the rain around 82 degrees, a low of 60. Partly sunny skies will give way to some showers and thunderstorms Thursday into Thursday evening. On the backside of this cold front, check it out, 74 on your Friday. So we're starting off the work week around 89 degrees for a lot of us. The last day of the work week, 74 degrees, a big swing and an about face thanks to a cold front Thursday and into your Friday. 74, 52 for your high and low. It's going to be sunny and clear and gorgeous from there on for a few days. Check it out. Talk about a weekend forecast with a little more fall in the air. 72 for your high, low 50s for your low. Sunny skies, clear skies. Sunday, starting to warm up just a bit, still stuck in the 70s. 78, sunny, only partly cloudy skies above thereafter. And right now, Monday of next week looks to be on a similar note. So we've got some fall-like weather certainly just around the bend. After some heat, humidity, and certainly by around Thursday, some possible showers and thunderstorms. I'll be right back with our top stories, remaining top stories for the evening in just a moment. Regardless of the project, big or small, inside or out, Bailey's Carpet has your next job covered with service after the sale on Husqvarna and Red Max power tools and equipment. You covered with great deals on boots and clothing by Georgia, Red Wing, and Carhartt, and your floors covered with premium materials at low prices from Bruce, Armstrong, and more at Bailey's Carpet and Hardware in Salyersville. Right now in stock at Frazier's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop and available for order, decorated and personalized any way you would like, Maple City Pottery. Mixing bowls, preserve jars, utensil holders, dispensers, and much more. Plus purses and accessory designs by Just Millie, and also Just In premium clay bead jewelry and other designs. And it's all only in one stop, the Seasonal Shop in downtown Salyersville. 2 auto accidents to report to you that took place over the course of the weekend. The first and most serious involved a single vehicle accident on top of the Lark Arnott Hill that seriously injured a Magoffin County woman. I just got some still photographs sent to us that were taken from the scene, and to kind of go through all of the I won't say clutter, but all the facets of the in depth of this photograph. If you look beyond the trailer and to the left of your screen, you can see the front of the vehicle that went over the embankment and happened at the top of the Lark Arnott Hill when Tina Pennington, I'm told, was traveling in her passenger car and lost control of the vehicle. It went off the road and struck an embankment pretty much head on. Now, the airbags, I'm told, did deploy. However, she was unrestrained in the vehicle and suffered significant trauma to her hip and possibly upper leg that indicated she would need care from a trauma center. As a result, Health Net 7 was called from Martin County and landed in a landing zone established about a mile from the site in the Lark Arnott area. She was transported there by the TranStar Ambulance Service and then airlifted to St. Mary's Hospital, where we do not have a report on her condition at this hour. Magoffin County Rescue Squad and other entities responded to the scene. They had to use the hydraulic cutter to, as you could see, remove the roof from the vehicle and cut it back in order to extricate her from the car. She was the only individual in that vehicle, and no other vehicles were involved. And a call came in to emergency personnel and law enforcement last night of a possible hit and run at the and I still say Catholic Church red light, even though the church is not there and not been rebuilt as of yet, even though it's getting close. Nevertheless, back to the subject at hand, 2 pickup trucks were involved. Chief Deputy Josh Peace of the Magoffin County Sheriff's Department tells me that a small red Ford Ranger was traveling behind this full-size pickup truck seen here, the Chevrolet, a local vehicle, the Ranger from Knott County. Nevertheless, he says mechanical failure in the Ford Ranger, believed to be a broken ball joint, caused them to lose control and then strike the rear of the vehicle here on the driver's side. That small Ranger pickup truck skidded to a stop just up out of view here. You'll see it in just a few seconds, and was able to pull off of the roadway. It was first believed to be a hit and run because the vehicle didn't stop after the initial impact, but it was unable to stop and did so within just a couple of 100 feet or so. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured. The driver and or occupants of the small pickup truck refused medical treatment on scene, as did those who are from the Magoffin County area and are unidentified in the full-size pickup truck. It was mechanical failure is believed to be what caused this accident. The 2 vehicles involved that you see here were the only 2 involved. No other traffic on the Mountain Parkway last night. Sometime around 8 or 9 o'clock or so was involved in the accident. And with that said, that's going to do it. We've already done the weather. Can't go there except to say it's going to be hot and humid, and you know the drill. But we've got a beautiful shot of fall coming at us later on in the week. The end of the week, nothing like the beginning thereof. So for now, thank you for being a part of the program. We'll see you back here tomorrow night for more of Your News Today. And as always, news that you'll only see with me. Until then, have a good evening. And if you like the heat and humidity, enjoy it while you can. Good night.